Welcome to week 2 of the Postpartum Recovery Program. I am so excited that you are back. And today we are going to get out of the bed and onto the floor. If you still feel like you need to be in the bed, everything today is going to be done on your back. So you can definitely do it in your bed. Tomorrow we'll start getting into, or later this week, some different positions like on our hands and knees, and on our stomach. So today's our last day that's fully on our back. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is just warm up that breathing. So lying on your back, and you can do this either with your legs straight or your knees bent, whatever feels more comfortable to you. You don't need your ball yet. We're just going to do that supine diaphragmatic breathing. So one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Take that deep breath in and back out. We're going to do 5 breaths here. Allowing your diaphragm to expand, your belly to expand, and your lower ribs and your back to expand. Let's do one more breath. All right, take a little rest. We'll do one more set of 5 breaths and then move on to adding in our transverse abdominis and our pelvic floor muscles. So let's just do 5 more warm-up breaths together. Last breath. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do, you're going to grab your ball. It is linked on the equipment page that you can find in the course. Otherwise, you can still just use a pillow to have something in between your legs to squeeze. You're going to place it in between your knees. And we're going to do that diaphragmatic breath with your contraction of your pelvic floor and your lower abdominals. So deep breath in, breathe out, contract your pelvic floor. I know last time we talked about using the cue of picking up a blueberry with your pelvic floor. Today, I want to give you another cue in case that one didn't work for you. So one thing you can do is try and just feel for your sits bones right here. So you can just kind of grab behind your, or underneath your bottom, and you'll feel 2 bones. So when you feel those bones, I just want you to imagine that you're drawing those bones together without your glutes contracting. So deep breath in, diaphragmatic breath in, breathe out, draw your sits bones together, and zipper up your lower abdominals at the same time. Good. And give that ball a little bit of squeeze to help activate your pelvic floor. This cue helps me feel it a little bit more in my posterior pelvic floor, so kind of towards my butt more. But I'm not feeling my glutes activate underneath my hands. It's all in the pelvic floor. lengthening your pelvic floor as you breathe in, and then exhale, contract. Let's do 5 more together. Breathing in all the way through your butt. And then exhale, contract, draw those sits bones in together. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze. Good job. Take a little rest. And the next thing we're going to do is a pelvic floor isometric hold. So you are going to just take that deep breath in. And this time, I just want you to try and focus on getting yourself that pelvic floor contraction. Don't worry about your abs or your adductors now. You're going to just, so exhale, contract, and I want you to hold for 10 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Inhale to lengthen through your pelvic floor. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Let go of all that tension. And then exhale and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Do you feel yourself not being able to hold for the full 10 seconds? If so, that's a sign that you have low pelvic floor endurance. So your pelvic floor needs to have both the quick twitch fibers to stop on an instant if you were like to cough or sneeze to prevent yourself from leaking, but it also needs to have that long-term endurance to support your organs and to lift and to hold urine and bowels long-term. So let's do 2 more of those. Deep breath in, breathe out, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, contract a little more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. And 1 more time. Breathe in, get that full length so that you can get that full contraction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw your sits bones in even closer. Pick that blueberry up even higher. 9, 10. Relax. Let's give your body a little stretch after all that pelvic floor work. So I want you to just kick one leg straight out. Bring one knee into your chest. You should feel a nice stretch through both your glute and your hip flexor on the other side. We're just going to hold this for about 20 seconds. Taking those nice deep breaths into your pelvic floor. And then switch legs to the other side. Good. All right. The next thing we're going to do is a posterior pelvic tilt. So if you, during pregnancy, we kind of talked about how your whole back kind of arches a little bit more because baby was, let me just sit up to show you a little bit better. So baby was drawing you forward, so you kind of were getting this little bit of an arch. So we want to work on just kind of finding neutral pelvis and bringing yourself into a little bit of posterior pelvic tilt, just kind of stretching all of this out in the back to lengthen here and to work on those lower abdominals a little bit. So on your back, you're gonna do this by just drawing your belly button down. So you see how there's just that little tilt, so my back is fully flattening against the mat here. That's all it is. So taking that deep breath in, breathe out, drawing those lower abdominals in and tilting. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, tilt. And you should be tilting without squeezing your butt. So you're not trying to get into a bridge. You're trying to work it all with your abs, that deep core. Let's do 3 more. And relax. I'm going to do 1 more set of 5 reps. Good. And the last thing we're going to do is those supine angel wings. So arms up overhead, kind of like a 90-90 position, and then just coming up and back down. Just trying to open up that chest, work on your postural muscles, get your shoulder blades gliding on your rib cage well. If you had a C-section, this can also help kind of mobilize some of that fascia in your stomach. Let's do 2 more. All right, great job. That concludes the first workout for week 2. Like I said, the next workout we'll be doing a little bit more on our hands and knees and stomach, seated, getting into some standing positions. So next week or next workout is a little bit of a jump, but you are totally ready for it. And I'll see you back here either tomorrow or in a couple days. Have a great rest of your day.